Welcome to your Daily Revolution podcast. Today's topic, Mohawks, permission, and ownership. Sit back, relax, and enjoy the show.
My name is Setema, Gali, the founder and creator of the Prosperity Revolution, a global movement that helps you to get out of scarcity and into prosperity every single day. A movement where people have value, things do not, where money is a result of helping people, where you're rewarded for creating value for others, and where prosperity is not the result of luck, but a predictable steps and formulas, and where happiness is the ultimate goal.
What's up, my friends? Welcome to the podcast. So good to be with you as we are moving into the final couple months of 2021. I want to share a quick story with you. But before we do that, listen, if this is helpful and impactful for you, share this, tweet it, tag me on social media, and send it to someone who it can make a difference for. So Halloween was just a few days ago, and we had a trunk or treat, which is where, right, all the cars line up, go to a party. And my son had been just asking and requesting, almost begging, Dad, we got to go get a haircut. Dad, I got to go get a haircut. It's a Monday haircut, Tuesday haircut. On Wednesday, I'm like, okay, we'll get you. And it was such a busy day. I was making chili for the chili cook-off that night. We're getting our outfits. We got a high schooler, a middle schooler, and then my youngest, who's in elementary. So my wife and I, she's up getting her high schooler. I go pick up the two. I drop him off, drop my youngest off, go sit and put us on the list. Then I go get my other son, put him on the list. I'm like, I'll be back, or Mama will be back to get you guys. I normally walk in with them, and I usually watch what they got to do with their hair. I didn't do it this time. I just dropped them off. I was in a rush. Being in a rush is usually not a good thing. Well, I get a text message about 45 minutes later that says, did you tell Judah that he could get a true Mohawk? And I'm like, oh boy. And I'm like, no, I just dropped him off. And it was funny because she's like, because that's what he got. And she gave me the thumbs down emoji. So then I'm like, okay, we'll cut it off, clean it up. I'll do it tonight. Sorry, my bad. And then I see a picture of my son. Boy, he looked good. I mean, he was doing Cobra Kai, trying to be the Kid Hawk in there. Probably not the best example in a young man's life. There's another example. I don't know how in the world he watched 3 seasons of Cobra Kai, which is definitely teenager material. And he's only 9 years old. So we go do the trunk or treat that night. We win the chili cook-off, by the way. I don't know if someone rigged it for us, but hey, thank you for the chili championship cook-off. It was amazing because we posted this on social media. And of course, most people are like, wow, it's amazing. And this is so cool. Let him do it. And there's so many incredible lessons to learn here, but I'm going to just take one. And it's like, this is so empowering because my 9-year-old goes in and he gets and asks for the thing that he wants, which was a Mohawk, true Mohawk. It is gelled up, probably a good, 8-10 inches. It's not a small Mohawk, but he asked for it, and he didn't even ask for permission. He just went and did the thing that he wanted to do. Now he doesn't get that. Instead of asking for permission, just ask for forgiveness. He doesn't get that. He just is a young man who is clear about what he wants, and he goes and gets it. He goes and asks for it. He doesn't even ask for permission. He just, I'm going to go do this. So instead of asking for permission, I'm about to cut it off that night, and then he was like, Dad, please, no, Dad. And I was like, okay, soften my heart up. And we're a week later, and I just dropped him off at school with a full-on Mohawk. Now, on Sundays when we go to church, he gels it down, makes it look just as respectable as can be. But when he goes to school, he has no shame. Now, the lesson here, is where in your life today, my friends, are you still asking for permission versus just having 100% ownership of your life? I believe Jocko Willing, one of the Navy SEALs, who's an author and speaker and coach and trainer today, he talks about extreme leadership. And I like to use the word extreme ownership. It's amazing what happens when adults, as we get older, we look for others to give us permission. But we're looking for someone out there to give us permission to go live the life that we want physically in this domain of physicality, fitness, health, vitality, energy. I wonder what would happen if you just did what my son did. Hey, I want to go be healthy. I'm going to go do it. Like, I don't need to get permission. I'm just going to go exercise, eat healthier, get more sleep, rest, and recovery, hydrate. I'm just going to go do the thing that gives me what I really, really want. Spiritually, sometimes we look to pastors and bishops and leaders that, hopefully these are leaders of our church, give us permission. I say go direct to God and learn how to communicate with God and how to hear God's voice. And if God says, here, son or daughter, here's the reins, you get to choose. I would hope that you would have enough courage to just go get, quote, your Mohawk, or to do the thing that you feel called to do, or that you were like, I'm just going to go do this thing because I want to. And I don't need to sit back and wait for someday. Relationally, with your family, your marriage. There's a lot of people out there in some really horrible marriages. And I wonder, why would you stay in a marriage? Like, why would you stay in a relationship that is either toxic or abusive, like not loving? And I get it. I've coached enough people. I get it. People will ride till the brakes fall off. They will ride this thing till everything falls apart because they believe and they believe and they believe. And I get it. So here's the real thing. What if you just gave yourself permission to be like, okay, I'm not going to do this anymore? Look, sometimes divorce is the answer. After you've done everything you can do, and if it continues to hurt you, sometimes you got to do that. And I'm clear that before you just go get a divorce, you have to be having a number of clear, concise, confronting conversations. And or maybe on the flip side, you're like, hey, I want to go spend time with my family. I want to go spend time with my kids. Again, for me right now in Setema's world, my sons were taking the bus to school. And there's a pickup at 7:20 and then a pickup at 8:20, which would mean I would need to leave the gym before 7 to get home, to get breakfast and get my sons off to school. And one morning, I'm like, I don't like this. I just wanted more time with my boys in the morning. I wanted more time in the gym. So now I get into the gym at 5:30. I don't leave the gym until about 7:20. Allows me to come home. I just text the bus driver, hey, we're not coming. I take my boys, pick up some Chick-fil-A, drop them off at school, then take my middle schooler to school, and then I'm done by 8:30. Versus this whole runaround to get them on the bus. So again, I gave myself permission to just say, hey, look, I know what I want. I'm going to go get what I want. Do you know what you want for your marriage and your family and with your children? Finally, in business, I see this happen so often. People are afraid to go build the business, write the book. People are afraid to go after the lifestyle, after the wealth, after the memories, because no one out there gave them permission. And I'm telling you right now, give yourself permission or just ask for forgiveness and go get what you want. The incredible lesson for my son, who's 9 years old, who's sporting a true Mohawk. And I challenge you. Is there a place in your world today where you can stop asking for permission from others and just give yourself permission to go do the thing that you want to do? Like, someday is today, right? I heard that you've heard this before. I've heard it many times, that someday is code for never. Someday is today, or it is never. So it means it's today, or you put it on the calendar. But if you are waiting, right? If you are waiting for someone out there to tell you, hey, it's okay to do it now, you're going to be waiting till you go into your grave. Give yourself permission, my friends. My son wanted a Mohawk. He went and got it. We could have cut it off. But what was the biggest risk? That we cut it off or say no? He just went and did it. I love it. And I hope that you, if you're listening to this, will take that lesson into your own life and start living your life. Stop waiting for someone out there to tell you it's okay to be happy. It's okay to be in love. You can be in love. You can be fit. You can be grounded and in alignment. But you got to give yourself permission to do that. Thanks for listening to the podcast today. If this makes a difference for you, share it, pass it on. And until next time, I'm out.
Let's go! This is your daily revolution. Live in prosperity, we show you how to do it. There's no luck about it, we got the strategic blueprint. This is your daily revolution. You already know. And if you don't, then check my resume. Turning pressure into possibilities every day. We all can win and live our unique purpose. We change our minds mindsets and put the work in. This is the your daily revolution. Daily revolution. Revolution. Your daily revolution podcast.